Mega listing, MGM China raises more than $1 billion in Hong Kong. And drying up, how a drought worsens China's power shortage. Hello and welcome to this Friday edition of Asia Business Report. I'm Sharonjit Lail in Singapore. Now we begin with a mega listing of MGM China in Hong Kong. It's a joint venture between Las Vegas-based MGM Resorts International and Pansy Ho, the daughter of Macau gambling tycoon Stanley Ho. Thanks to strong demand for its shares, the gaming giant raised $1.5 billion. Andrew Wood has more from Hong Kong.
In the past 5 years, the new casinos of the Cotai Strip have helped Macau to overtake Las Vegas. Some of the biggest names in international gaming are here. Revenues in the former Portuguese colony topped $2.5 billion during April alone. Stanley Ho became a multi-billionaire from his gambling empire in Macau. A family feud over his companies delayed the flotation of MGM China, as it's a joint venture between his daughter Pansy and the US firm MGM Resorts International. The sale of shares in Hong Kong is raising around $1.5 billion. Demand for gambling stocks seems strong in Hong Kong. The Hang Seng Index has gone nowhere this year. But shares in Sands China, one of the other big Macau casinos listed in Hong Kong, are up by 1/5. And Wynn Macau shares appreciated by more than a half. A handful of big Hong Kong and US institutional investors have signed up for nearly $200 million worth of shares in MGM China. Such cornerstone investors are supposed to give other investors confidence in the flotation and sometimes create a sense of scarcity for the shares. Andrew Wood, BBC News, Hong Kong.
And for more on that story, you can check out our website. That's bbc.com/Asia Business. Now, China's battling one of the worst power shortages in a decade. On Tuesday, it raised electricity prices for businesses. And on Wednesday, authorities said they would encourage more coal imports. It's an ongoing effort to power its growth. Let's take a look at how China gets its power. According to the International Energy Agency, its biggest source of energy is coal, making up more than 2/3 of the portfolio. Oil is the second largest source, followed by gas, and hydropower accounts for 2.4%, according to the IEA. But the recent drought has weakened output from hydroelectric dams. And nuclear power is just under 1%, while a combination of renewable sources account for the rest. Well, for more on how China's power shortage could affect the country's growth, I'm joined now from Beijing by Qian Liu from the Economist Intelligence Unit. Now, tell us, how severe is this year's power shortage compared to previous years?
This year is probably going to be the most severe ever in history. Now, this is a common feature in China's recent history. It's due to a combination of factors, but this year, ordinary people's life has not really been affected. It's mostly the business, especially the coastal areas, that they have to shut down for a couple of days every week in order to
for business,
cope with that.
Indeed, it is crucial, though. How is that going to impact China's manufacturing, and particularly its industrial output, which is a key part of the economy?
This is a serious problem, but in no way this is a panic situation, because the government has actually tried to cool down its economic activities, and this certainly fits into the whole picture. Obviously, if this is going to continue to be the case and become an acute problem, the government would again raise the electricity fee.
That's right. And China, according to the authorities, only has a stockpile of coal to last it about 16 days, essentially. And of course, there's the situation with the drought as well. Now, the IEA says essentially it accounts for 2% of China's needs, but it's much larger portion on the ground, isn't it?
For hydropower in China, it actually accounts about 20%, while the thermal power accounts about 75% of the total production. Now, for the stock of coal, it is a severe problem because the power plants simply are refusing to stock up, because the more they produce, the more they lose.
That's right. Well, we'll leave it there. Qian Liu there from the Economist Intelligence Unit. Thank you.